I used to play the game like I'm in the field and still live my life like I'm Uncle Phil. I been about the dollar, so I chase the bills. The world is going nuts, Bible be the pill. And sometimes I contemplate an overdose. I'd rather die in righteousness, can't speak for most. I still remember nights sleeping with the toast. Plus the bar was always nasty, had it screaming gross. The Lord always had me when I was seeing ghosts. Repent or die, mama, can't you see the growth? My people need a savior, I just give them hope. And wash them from their sins, Christ be the soap. Uh-huh. Whoa, yeah. Repent or die, baby. Uh-huh. Yeah. Repent or die, baby. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Repent or die, baby. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Repent or die, baby. Uh-huh. What it do, y'all? It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Junes, the original. For the Bantus, by blood, not by converge. You know we out here to splurge with the what? With the word. We're going to give all praise and glory to our heavenly parents, for they are worthy to be praised. Give a shout out to all those that have been tuning in, supporting, subscribing, giving feedback, sharing this, conversating about this, just raising the conscious level, man. We trying to put us back on high because we are elevated people, you heard? So round of applause for that. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. We on the top of the top, man. Daylight savings, I guess, is coming to an end. That's what was said. Yeah, so I guess say goodbye to the daylight, cause every night's gonna be the same time. Yeah, man, listen, man, I hope you guys are all having a good one. You know what I'm saying? It's the top of the top, first day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys are still gonna take this opportunity to rest, cause you probably didn't rest the actual time to rest, but nevertheless, you know, as long as you're resting, and you know what I'm saying, and you filling your body with the nutritions that's needed and prep for when you go back into the plantation, you know what I'm saying? That's what's important, you know what I mean? But fill your mind with wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Don't fill your mind with distractions and foolishness, you know what I'm saying? Toxicity is not good for us, you know what I'm saying? And even though we're getting it and we're looking for laughter, we're looking for joy, or we're looking for entertainment, and we're watching things like Love and Hip Hop and you know, these reality shows, and even when you're watching these sports and these fights and these combats, sometimes too much of that is not good for us, right? So we want to have a balance. So just balance it out, figure it out, and without a doubt, keep your eyes on the top. You feel me? Because the end goal is to be back on top, right? But I always gotta give you guys the hood temperature. The hood temperature still shady, still grimy. Hey, no sunshine where we from. Mm-mm-mm. Only darkness every day. Mm-mm-mm. Ain't no sunshine. Cause when it's on, and when it's on, shorty, you will be gone every time. Cause the hood don't play. That's a fact, man. The hood don't play, man. Ain't no sunshine out here. People are still dying. Matter of fact, well, why not talk about some hood news, right? So, you guys know, if you're from New York, you should know about the 47-year-old man, the 27-year-old stepchild that was killed execution style by a man that lived on the bottom floor all over noise. And when I listen to the ladies, when I listen to the wives, the mother, the grieving mothers, explanation, testimony, if you would like to say, she said that They've been going through this for 4 years. It got to the point where, and even in that situation, when he was banging on the walls, everybody was just in the house. One person was in the room, everybody was in the bed, the wife was in the kitchen. And she was like, yo, what's going on? Is anybody making noise? He was like, everybody's like, nah. And come to find out, the man came upstairs and kicked in the door. Yeah, kicked in the door, right? Then went to the by the stairs. Now it explains why the man came out. The 47-year-old came out so irate. Like, you kicking in my door, the heck you think this is about? You feel me? And the sad thing is, like I said, this is in my community. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff like this hit close to home. You know what I'm saying? I seen both these individuals before. You know what I mean? But you will never know people are psychologically crazy until the craziness come out. And then when you see that, you like, damn, someone's really out here tweaking. Right? Cool. Oh, and then the person that killed execution, he was ended up gunned down by the police. He was taken to the hospital where he later died from his injuries. And I don't wish death for nobody, but for that individual, you deserve everything. And I would prefer for you to been in jail and rot in jail. I prefer you to be alive and see you and hear that you was in jail, knowing that your loved ones pass away. You can't see them. Your mother, your auntie, people that you love die while you are alive and unable to be there in their last dying days. That's more terrifying than just taking somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Allow him. You want to be an animal, so put him in the cage with all the other animals and watch the other animals devour him. Cause I could see why the person's not fit, out of line. But that's neither here nor there. Right? Next, 67-year-old woman murdered by her son and was put in a box here on Linden in Brooklyn. A 67-year-old lady was murdered by her son and put in a box. I mean, listen, if that's not a wake up call on some, Matthews 24, the love of many shall wax cold, that right there is the epitome, the definition of the love being wax cold right there. A child killing his mom's, putting her in a box and leaving her there for days. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that man has been apprehended, and even for him, you know what I'm saying? Even for him, he needs to suffer the rest of his days. And they're gonna take care of him. See, this is what people don't understand. In jail, depending on your charges, you get violated when you go into the jails, because your docket number, your information, and even the COs, they throw your business out there. Oh yeah, this man is in here for raping a young girl. What? Child time, you know what happens. You reap what you sow. Facts. They don't tell you that, but justice do go on in prison. You know what I'm saying? When you see these individuals needing to be in public protection and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Because they be knowing. You feel me? Two brothers killed in a house fire in Long Island. Parents survived. Parents was over 50. They survived. Two young boys Saturday morning. Fire. And I seen it. I seen the video. It was like, sheesh. It's crazy. It's crazy. And last but not least, here on Schenectady and Empire, car crash. Infinity on fire. Let's give a round of applause for the police officers who risked their lives and went to the burning car, broke the glass, dragged the driver out because the driver was slumped. If these officers was not there, you understand, that car would have blew up. That man would have died in a car while the car was burning. This happened before. This same situation happened by King's Plaza. these individuals coming from Far Rockaway speeding. I guess the brother didn't see the turnpike, or he tried to just, I guess, switch lanes or whatever, and lost control. The man ran straight into the pole, and that car just blew up. But before I even say what I gotta say, I want to give a round of applause to those police officers who saved a life. Yeah, I don't agree with the police system, but I respect the individuals that's really doing their job for the people. So round of applause for that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, that was crazy. But these are the things that's going on in our everyday lives. This is why I come out with this repent or die. Repent means change. Either if we don't change our ways, change our viewpoints, change our mentalities, start loving, start caring, start denouncing, stepping away, and no longer accepting the things from the factory, we're going to die. And death don't have no number. You don't know when your number's gonna be called. But when it's called, you will at least want to be on the side of righteousness, or be on the side of being a changed man. You know what I'm saying? So you can at least have some mercy coming your way. Because I know what religion has done to our people. I know what this system has done to our people. It had put us in a space where we don't want to live. You know, it's easy to die, but it's harder to live. And we don't want to live because it's so hard. The way that they got this system designed for black people, the circumstances that you go through, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot, man. And even myself, I can contest to this. You know what I mean? It's a lot. But you gotta always stay 10 toes down. We ain't got no choice. You gotta ride, especially if you're putting children on this earth. You gotta stay 10 toes down. You have to become righteous when you have children. You want your children to know their dad, and have you in their lives, and make sure that they don't make the mistakes that you made in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that we as individuals need to remember. You know what I'm saying? We don't live for ourselves. There's no such thing as you only live once. Life is short. Life is not short. Life is as long and as great and beautiful as you want it to be. But if you allow the circumstances and the systematic, the satanic, Luciferian system get into your way of life, the true way of life, you're gonna be destroyed. That's any outcome. That's anything. Come on. You think our our ancestors who were slaves, you think they was talking about life was short? They was trying to stay alive to make sure that their children and their grandchildren not only receive wisdom, have understanding, but also guide them in a path where they won't mess up and be great and finish the mission. The mission is to go back home. This is not our home, people. I want people to understand that this is not our home. And everything that you see going on here, as far as the destruction and the things that you see in America, these things has to happen. I'm sorry. It has to happen, because through bad comes good, right? Just like out of good comes bad, right? So when we was good and everything was fine, you feel me? When things was good and everything was fine, it turned out bad, right? We end up in slavery, right? We end up in these circumstances, right? So now things is bad. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. But out of the outcome of everything being worse or getting better, whatever you want to call it, out of that, it's gonna bring forth righteous fruits, because we're being tried through the fire right now as we stand. Right now as we speak, as we living, we going through the fire. And those that survive and overcome this fire is going to turn into fine gold. That fine gold is you, black and brown. Okay? You see, gold got a color to it. All right? But that's neither here nor there. On today's broadcast, we're going to talk about voting. Should we vote or die? Die with the consequences and outcomes because there has not been no solution for Black problems. Let me say that again. Shall we vote or die? Die with the consequences and the outcome because there's no solution to Black people problems. There's no solution. From the minute, and I'm only going back 10 years. I don't want to go back to how it really started. And maybe this is when I started paying attention and started understanding politics, when Bill Clinton was president and how he became president and how he became the face for Black people and why we allow him to be the face for Black people, because this man played a saxophone and smoked weed. Like, I can't make this stuff up. The man plays saxophone and smoked weed. That's the reason why we said he needs to be in office. And when this man came into office, this man wrote so much bills, rules and regulations that did what? Affect Black and brown people. Now, I don't want to go into it. This is homework that you guys need to do. But those that know what I'm talking about, know what I'm talking about. Okay? That's why he was in office. Then we went to Barry Santos, who you guys call Baracracy. Right? That man put Black people in such a hypnosis trance where Black people had this man in the house next to Jesus. He elevated to be in the households next to the picture of Jesus. The picture of Jesus, which was a European, because they don't sell the true image and color of our Savior, which I like to call my big brother, because we got the same blood DNA, same mother, same father. Right? They put that man right along. And when you look at what this man has done, or what did he not do for Black people, you'll see he really didn't do nothing. Ask somebody, what did he do for Black people? I'll wait for it. Don't talk about no Obamacare, because there's no Obamacare right now. Don't talk about that. Obamacare, what you guys don't understand is Obamacare was an entity, a corporation created to take more money out of your bank account for unnecessary reasons. Take Obamacare, take healthcare, all of that. It was a way of them extorting you for more money. Facts. Okay? Taxpayers was paying more. People that's making more money was paying more, and that money was being taken without our consent. And the reason is because of Obamacare. Obamacare was the creation for the grid, right? That was the preparation for the direction where we heading right now. I don't want to talk too much because I gotta put this on these YouTube people's platforms, and I don't want to be hit with foolishness and being told nonsense, things that I've never done, right? But that's neither here or there, right? Cool. Now we get an individual right now. Named Joe Left Behind him. A man that when he was the vice president of the bureaucracy, nobody had no remembrance of what this man has done. But when that election time came, they created this hatred for the other president, and then gave you this president. And then this president, his whole campaign was, if you don't vote for me, you're not Black. Facts. This man came up with so much promises Yo, we're gonna expunge all student loans. We're gonna make sure that the police are penalized for the things that they do to the minorities, etc., etc., etc. The whole shebang, man. This man had a great speech. He had great writers. I think those writers are the children of the writers of the writers that wrote the Bible. You know, King James peoples, royalty. I think those are the same people. Facts. Facts. Hey, if I'm lying, somebody prove me wrong. Whole campaign. And I see us running, going into the stores, going into the schools. When the man won, people honking their horns. People say, yes, he won. The orange face is out of office. The orange face did a great job for black people. Great job. Great job. But yeah, he won. Yeah, change gonna come. Hey, here we go again. Same old. No, just a different day. Same old sugar honey iced tea. Just a different day. Here we go again. Now this man wins. And you know when the man got into office, the first thing that this man did was protect the LGBTQ community. The second thing that he did was protect the Asian community. Now, you know, the 4 years this man been in office, not a single thing was written to protect black people. Sending billions of dollars to other countries and using that as a reasoning to the inflation here in America, which only affecting the poor. Because we don't know the law, we don't know the system, we don't know nothing. All of these laws that was written. Let me tell you something. When I tell you there's a serious financial gap between the heathens and the children. Serious financial gap. When you see the financial gap, you will understand that these people are protected by these laws. Hey, did you know about the H105673? That if you go into a bank and they try to ask you for your social security, that is a crime. Like, word? I didn't know that. That if you know such and such, I got the video. I got the video and I seen it. I said, you know, all I could do is just shake my hand. It's like, yo, for real. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up for you, man. You know what I'm saying? All you could do is just shake your head. You can't do nothing but shake your head, people. You can't do nothing but shake your head. Listen. 1431. Banks can't actually loan you any money because they're the borrowers. Did you know that per 42 USC 408, asking for your social security number on any credit transaction or loan because there is no lawful money is a crime? Did you know that per 15 USC 1602G, that we the consumers are the creditors? Did you know that UCC 3-104 explains what a negotiable instrument is and how to use it? Did you know that per 31 USC 5118 that you can discharge all debts and it doesn't even have to be in legal tender anymore? And did you know that after you file a UCC1 form and set up a foreign trust account after you've authenticated your birth certificate, you have full access to House Direct Resolution 192 and Public Law 7310 for the discharge of debts? Those are the 6 infinity stones for you to just snap away your problems. You're welcome. Know that per 12 USC 14. You understand me? It explains why you see these individuals just walking with their dogs, living comfortably, driving. Like, what you do? Oh, I just work here. Oh, I just do this. Meanwhile, you done did 40 hours for a paycheck just for you to keep the lights on, bro. Just for you to pay rent and then go back into the slave ship and continue the same process until you're 65. And with the way the direction that the life is going, especially those that took this, you know what I'm saying? Especially those that took this, your lifespan is being shortened. So some of you guys will not even live to see your pension. Some of you guys will not even live to make it to retirement. You feel me? You feel me? And even for us, even for us, I'm what I'm hearing, the way that we hit the debt ceiling, the way from what I'm hearing, the way that we hit this debt ceiling, right? By the time I reach my 60s, 70s, there's not even gonna be no social security for me. So that just go to show you the direction and the times that we are in, people. Crazy times, guys. Crazy is beyond berserk to me, but what can you say? Right? But I digress. Should we vote or die? Or die with the consequences and the outcome because there's no solution for black people problems? Like, what is my vote gonna honestly do? What new lie, new propaganda, new proposals that you're going to tell me that you say that you're gonna do? Huh? Are you gonna tell us you're gonna wipe away you're gonna wipe away our debts? You're gonna this second term is when you really gonna start, getting rid of the student loans? Like, well, I'm trying to figure it out, and I want to know if you black people still gonna go vote for this. Matter of fact, let me play you another video. Why not? Why are we here? Why not? Why not? Let me play another video for you. Play another video. Play another video for you. Why not? Huh? This is your president speaking to. This is your current president, Joe Left Behind, is speaking to. Let me play this.
Nigger mayor, we don't need any more. We already have a nigger mayor. We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community. They're gonna put you all back in chains. We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger.
I mean, this is your current president speaking. Whether it's old, listen. Once you're comfortable in saying these things, that means that's who you are for the rest of your life. You can't teach old dogs new tricks. You remember that saying, huh? But yet they got you guys running around believing that Trump is a racist, Trump is this, Trump is that, Trump, orange face, yellow face, lost hair, all of this. When that man went out a shot of a doubt, listen, I seen Trump around more black people in his tender of being who he is than any president you could imagine. I remember Trump being in the Shade 45 with DJ Who Kid, listening to Lloyd Banks, listening to, cause he's from Queens, so he's listening to Lloyd Banks, listening to Tony Ayo, and these brothers are shouting him out. Yeah, man, shout out to Donald Trump. And he was like, yeah, you're listening to DJ Who Kid. Facts. I still got the mixtape. I forgot the name of the mixtape, but I still got it. Excuse me. I still got it. You understand what I'm saying to you? This is the stuff that I'm just trying to have people to understand. We at a point where these individuals control our minds. They control the narratives of our everyday existence, man. They tell you to go left. We don't even say what's over there. We just say, sure, no problem. They put these people in the face and they know how to touch us, right? They know how to touch us. They know how to touch with our emotions. They touch that pause. And then all of a sudden now we give in. We give in. We're not checking nobody's credentials, no background checks. Like, nah, hold on. They in you write the criminal act bill where people is getting arrested and you was promoting it and you was like, you need to take these niggas off the streets. Like, this man was talking like this. And now all of a sudden, because this man says, if you don't vote black, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. And they gave you a female named Kamala, and who came out saying that she was black this, I'm from the hood, I went this, I used to blow it down, the whole shebang. And then when she came out, she said, I ain't black. I'm an Indian woman. Oh, Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. What you said? You understand what I'm saying to you? You understand what I'm saying, people? You know, they get you all emotionally tied to their foolishness, their so-called campaign, and then when these people get into their seats, they don't even care about you, bro. You're the least of the totem pole. They say foolish things like this. In fact, when this man came out with the you know what, he was forcing it upon the black and browns. Facts. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. He was putting the blame on us. How do something that came from a region of individuals who genetically, listen to what I'm saying to you people, genetically weaker than us, or it came from there and it oversees the other genetically weak individuals and made it to the predominant people. I mean, come on now. Come on now. And let me not say certain things before I'm hit with a misinformation nonsense. Going against community guidelines. You gotta watch what you say now on these platforms, because everybody is like everybody's on edge. You can't bring forth truth, you can't speak accuracy, you can't do nothing. You gotta just sit there and just be like, okay, I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry. Yes, this is where you got you. This is where they got you, right here. This is the state that we are in. And they keep us, they keep these things around and brothers will follow these guidelines because brothers need to check. And I get it, you need the money to survive. I feel you. But at some point in time, somebody gotta speak truth. Somebody got to stand on truth. Somebody got to stand on righteousness. You got to be willing to jeopardize. You got to be willing to jeopardize your comfortability to stand and speak on actual things that's going on, that's affecting our people. Like, these things are affecting us, bro. I'd rather die. Like, me, I'm never voting. Ever. The last time I voted was for the bureaucracy because I was lost in the trends. You know what I'm saying? When he won, I'm riding through the hood playing Jeezy. My president is black, my Lambo blue, and I be goddamn if my rims ain't too. That was me. Riding through the hood, purposely going to the European locations, bragging, not knowing that these people put this man here. It was all a facade. It was all a setup. Because Black people was losing interest, was losing trust into the political party. We was falling back. Kanye West came on and said, Bush don't like Black people. And Black people was like, you damn right. So when they see that, they gave you a superhero. Who knows this man's credentials? I got people in Chicago that said we never knew about this man. Who is this man? Don't know where he came from. That man just came out of thin air. Came out of thin air and said, voila, I'm your president. Vote for me. Well eloquent, talking with conviction. Damn, look how soft-spoken and authoritative he speaks as a Black man. Yes, he's a perfect person to lead this nation. And we ran with it. We ran with it. But by the time his first term was over and getting into the second term, I knew everything about this man. I knew what his name was. I knew where he was from. I know that his blood is connected to these other foreign political leaders. I'm like, damn, son, yo, they really got us. To fast forward to right now, they really got us. And they still getting us. And shout out to the Black people and the brown people that's waking up and saying, nah, I ain't voting for this, man. There's Black people right now saying, I ain't never voting Democrat. Don't you know Democrat stands for demons on crack? You ain't know that? It's a demonic attack, people. This is demons that you vote for. Demons. Look up the history of the Democrats. You know the Democrats was the one that didn't want to abolish slavery. You know the Democrats was the one that thought that, no rights should be given unto niggers. You know that, right? You know that, right? You know it was the Democrats that was in the South that was fighting against the Republicans that was trying to set you free. You know that, right? I don't think you guys know that. See, you don't know your history. Because again, they navigate where you guys go, believe, stand, like, and dislike. They navigate that. You have lost your consciousness. You have lost yourself. You have given yourself up to the grid, the system, the corporation, the agency, whatever you want to call it. You have given yourself up. You have given away your common sense. You have given away your self-thought, right? Critical thinking is no longer a factor in the Black community. We don't want to partake in that. We want to deal with the foolishness. We just want to entertain, have fun, glitz and glamour, jewelry, cars, clothes, women. Women don't even care to be wise. I just want to look cute with a big old booty, standing on the corner talking about who want to be with this groupie. Come on now, make it make sense. We trying to churn Black problems, Black struggles, and turn it into a movie. We want to turn the streets into a Hollywood set. We want to turn the streets into a broad production, right? I guess that's why it explains where people is getting caught up into nonsense. Man, them shooting everybody, shoot, gun down, kill, murder, put the cameras out. Make sure the flash is on. Everything has to be recorded. Everything has to be publicized. And where it goes, straight to social media. This is for you guys. Come on now. This is the madness, people. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. But for us as Black people, we need to stay away from this politics. That's not for us no more, man. Sorry, you failed us. It's time for us to politicate our own community. Yeah, I said it, politicate. You heard me? We need to politicate our own. We need to govern our own, protect our own, teach our own, raise our own, love our own. Support, fund, and rebuild our own. We don't need these people. These people have failed us. They have failed us for way too long. Every time we put trust into these people, we go deeper into the grave. You try to use your credit card right now, buy something for $5. You gotta pay back $15 because the interest rate is so goddamn high. All of this is intentional, and I could go talk about that, but that's a whole nother episode. We over here swimming in debt, and they sitting back smiling. You wanna know how you know they smiling? Because they're like, hey, we're gonna give Ukraine another $3 billion. We're gonna give ISIS Rael, we're gonna give them $1.5 billion. Billions of dollars. Meanwhile, we over here struggling. Stores is going out of business. Mommy and daddy stores is going out of business. All of these places is going out of business. But yeah, you got billions of dollars to go give to other country. I thought before you fix someplace else, you gotta fix home first. I thought, isn't that the saying? Isn't that the normalcy of life? Before I give you solutions into fixing your problems or aid in fixing your problem, let me make sure that I have my house in order first, because that's called a level of contradiction. How can I then listen to you when you don't even have your house in order? The hood is in chaos. And they thinking they doing stuff by, we're gonna put the speed camera here, we're gonna minimize people's driving, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. You thinking that these are the things, these are the stuff that we have to go through. You think that these are the stuff that we have to go through to have change in our community? No, this is totalitarian. This is pure control. This is dictatorship at its highest order. You're being dictated by a dickhead. Yeah, I said it. We being dictated by a dickhead. A man that's left behind. Joe left behind, and he's so behind on everything. The way that he talk, he can't even give you a fair conversation. I posted something where a black sister says, if I was your daughter and I was to get pulled over by the police, what advice would you give me? The man replied to the sister and said, well, if you was my daughter, you would be Caucasian and you wouldn't be pulled over. Facts. Would you like for me to play that for you too? Facts. And again, if we're basing the purpose or the reason for us voting for this man is based on the other man being racist or obnoxious or whatever nonsense that they got you believing. If that's the case, then you shouldn't be voting at all. Because this man is just as racist, if not more racist, than any president I have seen in modern times. Facts. That man don't have no respect for you. The only time you ever gonna see him in the black community, only time you're gonna see him in the black radio stations when it's time to vote. Guarantee you, when we in November, guarantee you're gonna start seeing him popping up in the hood. I guarantee you're gonna start seeing him going into locations saying, oh, this is bad. Might go into a black historical school and say, yes, we wanna fund this and we're gonna get $1 million. Man, listen to what I said, you're gonna give $1 million. Meanwhile, he's giving $1.7 billion to a country that is not here in America. But hey, who am I, right? I'm just speaking out my behind, right? Huh? Come on, when are we gonna wake up? When are we gonna say, all right, enough is enough. I'm good. I ain't trying to deal with this. I mean, I've been there. I ain't trying to deal with this, like I said, since the second term of the bureaucracy. It was over for me. Like, nah, I'm good. Because I can see. You know what I'm saying? I treat the mentality that I receive from the streets is what I view life for, right? So if you fool and you play with me once, that means you're capable of playing with me again. And once you play with me once, you already done. And I'm trying to figure out when did black people forget that. But some of you guys was never outside. You guys was in the house being pampered by mama, Willie Lynch. I get it. I understand that. Right? And I'm not just talking about the whole presidency election and all that. I'm talking about voting in everything. Voting at all. Leave it alone. Until our voices is heard, until our demands is met, until our concerns is situated, there's no reason for us to even participate in that. Leave it alone. That is not for you. Voting is for Europeans. Europeans only. Whoever's running the land are the ones that have the right to dictate and show the direction of where they want this so-called land called America, which is the plantation, which is prison for black people to be. Okay, let's get it clear. Right? Let's get it clear. You don't ever hear this man speaking or raising his concern when black people is murdered or abused or beaten or violated by the police. You'll never hear this man unless it's a big epidemic, unless it's in an agenda, right? Unless it's in an agenda. I find it was magical, people. I'm telling you, magical. George Floyd being this, bring this black man, bring this European man that's gonna say, man, we're gonna stop this. This is unacceptable. Big campaign. Even my big brother was involved in it. He like, yeah, man, I looked at my big bro. I said, yo, big bro, you serious, man? You really took the time out of your life, a time that you would never get back, when so-called you know what is at an all-time high. We talking about the 19C. It was at an all-time high. And you out there marching, demanding change. You're supporting the defunding of the police. Police will never be defunded. They was just told, take a back seat for the time being. Let's turn the streets into Gotham. And then they're gonna beg for a savior. They're gonna beg for a solution. And then they're gonna give you the great white hope. Here he comes. I am European. And we're gonna look, and he's gonna sound good. He's gonna give promises. He's gonna offer change. He's gonna offer solution. He's gonna say, all of this, I guarantee, will be the first thing I sign the bill on when I come in office. I guarantee it. And we say, yes, he's right. He's right. And then we're gonna run. We're gonna run to the polls. We're gonna Matter of fact, you don't even gotta leave your house. Hey, download the app. And then we're gonna sit back and we're gonna watch the inauguration. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna say, oh, look, he's president. He's about to get sworn in. I see my mom. I was having a whole conversation. My mom pulled up to my mom, just checking in, like, yeah, mom, what's up? The TV's in her room. She's in the living room. She hears him about to be sworn in. She went running. I said, yo, mom, you still invested into this nonsense? And her reasoning is, yeah, because Donald Trump don't like Haitian people, so I don't go. I said, where he said that, mom? Where did he say that? Did he flat out say a lie? Right? Did he say a lie? I mean, show me one thing that this man said that wasn't true. You niggas is acting like animals. Where's the lie? You acting like monkeys. Where's the lie? Are we this emotional, or we refuse to look ourselves in the mirror and say, yeah, I am bugging. Yeah, the hood is bugging out. Yeah. When you can't even go to a football game and watch people play football without it being shot up. Where's the lie? When you go into a park where children is playing and niggas is riding by. Oh, excuse me. And niggas is riding by, shooting up the park where there's children playing. That's not a problem. When somebody died and we grieving, the time of grief, people ride by and decide to shoot it up. That's not a problem. Huh? That's not a problem. See, like I said, I ask these questions because we become too emotional. We have become too emotionally invested into the propagandas of society. We too emotionally invested. You should not have no emotions in prison. You are in jail. You go into actual prison right now and have emotions and see if you ain't gonna get your back broke in the morning. See if you ain't gonna be the community herb in the prison cells. You're gonna be the one that's gonna have to go do this, do that. You might have to get on your knees and do that. But here we are in prison right now. You thinking you free. You're not free. But yet you wanna be emotional. And when the warden say something, you get mad, you get emotional. But if you was in jail, the warden in jail is calling you all types of names. Nigga, you this, nigga, you that. Listen, the warden will be like, nigga, you a bitch. Pardon my language, but I gotta say it how it is. Now what? It's the same thing. He's just being honest. Why can't we take the honesty, look ourselves in the mirror and do one change? So instead of changing ourselves, they paint a picture like, look how disrespectful he is to you guys. We're gonna give you this guy right here. We run to this guy knowing that this man has the actual track record of him and the political parties being disrespectful, wicked, and evil to black and brown people. If you was my daughter, you would be Caucasian. You would not be pulled over. But nobody's gonna talk about that. Everybody's gonna overlook that. Matter of fact, everybody's gonna find a reasoning to why he said that. And still go into the polls and go vote for these clowns or anything in general. Vote for anybody. Because we are not emotionally invested, emotionally tied to politics. Politics ain't for us. Don't you know the Constitution wasn't written for black people? Don't listen to the nonsense that P. Diddy and all these foolish heathens and Hebrews and heathenites, these sellouts, have been saying for hundreds of years. These celebrities are sold out. They are the face for all agenda. The Zionist Luciferian agenda, they are the face. Yo, put a few rappers there. Put P. Diddy there. Put Jay-Z there. Put who else is a hip hop mogul? Put these individuals there. Let them show Barack sitting down with Jay-Z having conference drinking tea. Let them show Joe Left Behind them sitting with Beyonce and Jay-Z and this, and they're having brunch. So the world can see, like, look, he be chilling with the black folks, man. Silly rabbits. Are you this dumb? This is how they get you. I can go on and talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce, a multi-billion-dollar couple. Ain't done nothing for Houston, ain't done nothing for the hood, ain't doing nothing. This man can't even give his cousin $5,000. This is a billionaire, can't even give $5,000. You telling me you can't just pull it out your pocket? You can't just say, yo, tomorrow, come to my crib, I'm gonna give you this $5,000. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like things like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm good. You don't need to vote no more. I'll take a backseat. Whatever outcome happens. Let it be. Because it's gonna happen regardless. They just want you to vote so you can feel included. Matter of fact, they want you to vote so you can just sign off. Like, look, you signed off for this. So the outcome is on you. So they can put the blame on you, point the fingers at you. Yeah. So just leave it alone. We as black people, we got our own problems. We need to fix ourselves. We need to come together. We need to clean up our communities. We need the OGs to speak to these young bucks. These young bucks need to sit down and evaluate themselves. Put down the blunt. It's clogging your mind. It's clogging your memory. Turn off that music. Turn off these Chicago music. It's trash. It's garbage. Turn it off. Turn off the drill music. Turn it off. Go listen to some J. Cole. Go listen to Lloyd Banks just dropped a fire mixtape. Go listen to that. Open your brain. Open up a book and read. Turn off the social media. Put down the phone. God damn. Turn it off. Turn everything off. Turn off the video games. Turn it off. And read. Give yourself 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of literature. Read. Let your brain work. Do some exercise. Do some pull-ups. Do some sit-ups. Eat clean. Drink some water. Eat some fruits. Put down the bacon, eggs, and cheese. Put away this European diet lifestyle because your mind is becoming a savage because that's who they are. The reason why you don't see it from them because they control the media. They're taking control of the media. They're protected by the laws that they created. You're only following the patterns of these heathens. Just throw it away. Cancer is not let me tell you something, people. Cancer is not a black man disease. Cancer. It's not our disease. That was a disease given unto them. That's a plague. That's on them. It got to you because some of us are crossbreeds. Let's get that clear. That's for one. For two, we have given into their ways, into their infrastructure. Listen, I got all the information, man. Everything that I speak about, I got the receipts. And the fact that I need to say that is sad. You could just look. Just look. Makeup wasn't for black people. Women faces are being destroyed for years of makeup use. My wife got a situation right now. This is years of makeup use. You're not supposed to put these products on your skin. Makeup was never made for black people. Makeup was made for Europeans because Europeans had bad skin. They got bad skin. They veins turn green and all of that. That for them, that's not for you. It was never for you. It was never for you. And now that we're so invested into the makeup, you got grown men wearing makeup and doing better jobs, coming outside looking like better women than you. You still don't see it. Huh? All of these things plays a factor. The word says you reap what you sow. You are what you eat. You are what you expose yourself to. If you expose yourself to toxicity, you're going to be a toxic person. If you put chemicals on your body, you're going to get the aftermath of the chemical. You're not supposed to put these things. Can't put these things on your body. Don't put these things on your hair. Don't put these things on your skin. I don't care what they're selling. I don't care if it worked before. It may work now, but you are old. You are getting older every day, every year, every month, every time it goes by. The more you put that toxic in your body, the more that joint overtakes it. And by the time you hit your 60s and 70s and you go for a regular checkup, you're gonna get thyroids. You're gonna get all of these diseases, these tumors, and all of this stuff. Like, what is this? What is that? What's this? I had a sister that's from the UK. Shout out to you. She's like, yo, I'm recovering from breast cancer. And I was like, yo, you gotta eat clean. You gotta change your way. She said, yeah, I know that now. It's like we wait for the problem to happen and just be happy we alive, and now we want to make change into our lives. No, you gotta make the change from the minute you are healthy. If you pass gas and your fart smells like toxic, then your insides is dirty. If you put in on makeup and then you see when you take off the makeup and you see how your skin looks dull, and you gotta wash it and put things on your face to bring life back to it, that's a problem. Stop putting these things on you. Leave those things for the heathens, people. Black and brown people, leave those things for them, and it's not for you. It's going to kill you, and it's killing us. But I digress. But this is how we're gonna make change. Right? Get closer to, let's get back to our Creator. Let's go back to the ways of old. Let's keep the laws. Let's operate with decency and order. Let's start loving again. Let's start caring again. Let's start fearing God again. Let's stop putting trust in Europeans. Let's not absorb ourselves with European philosophy. It's over for that. It's over for that. All of those nonsense, it's a clip for that. It's over. It's ineffective. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked, and it will never work. And if it's never going to work, then you'll be a jerk to continue believing that it's going to work. That's what's making you insane. That's what's making you age. That's what's making you angry. That's what's making you go through what you're going through, because you're believing, you got trust in a system that has been historically proven it doesn't work for black and brown people. That's how you let it go. Vote or die. I'd rather die. Die with the consequences and the outcome, because there is no solution for black problems. It's your brother man from the motherland. I came to you guys live. You know who I am. You know what I represent. It's that R-O-D. And for those that don't know who I am, I'm telling you who I am. I am Mr. Keep My Foot on You Heathens, You Heroes, and the newly installed Heathenites next. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Father, say it one time for the one time. And I'ma holler at y'all.